Live from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, this is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, educational, aspirational, international, keenly awaited, daily created, highly anticipated edition of the Afternoon Swing Trading Floor with your humble host, Jeremy Alexander Newsome, with another daily dose of mentally delicious brain food, reminding each of you to love life, live life, and trade it. My friends, family, fans, and followers, how are you all doing today? We got an absolute jam-packed session for Thursday. I mean, it's Slam City up in here. So let's go ahead and just dive in, honestly. I mean, slam, slam, slam. Here's what we got, my friends. Here's what we got. This again is kind of like worst case scenario. Worst case scenario on the SPY. Someone said that if it SPY hits 388, I would be all in cash. That's the Qs. Qs is 354.20. I don't have an all SPY position right now. So if the Qs hit 354.20 before, I would say March, I'll go all in cash. If we hit here before March, I'll go into cash. I agree. I mean, there's a lot of bullishness right now, but we're kind of riding the tide. It's not too extreme. And here's the weird thing is we did just have a pullback, right? We did. I know it was small, but we got one. So I'm gonna kind of ride this tide for a little bit and lock in positions and trail stops. I will be peeling off profits. And again, on Monday, I think it was January 25th, I did sell $108,000 worth of positions, and I just got back into some more on some pullbacks. And so I don't know. I guess I'm just holding, I guess is the answer. So broader market looks good. Qs look pretty strong. The SPY, we still look decent out there. So I guess it's just going to hang out and let it do its thing. IWM still looks extremely powerful. And yes, again, I think before too long, it wouldn't be a bad idea to lock in some gains. It's just going to depend on where you're at and what you're in. Here's the Dow Jones ETF, and the Dow Jones ETF still looks strong. It's wow. I mean, guys, here's the thing. Congratulations, because you're probably doing very well in December, very well in January, and most likely your February is already off to a perfect start. But hey, you're with Real Life Trading. What did you want? I thought that's what you wanted. Didn't you want to make a bunch of money early and then just be good? So be careful what you ask for, Bradley says, I wish I came sooner. That's what I wanted. Yeah, dude. Leah says, we made more in January than we usually make in a year. And that's a true statement. And it really is. So, I mean, all I can say on that, Leah, is hooray. That's really it. Yeah, January is awesome. February is awesome. There's gonna be some times for sure we're gonna get some pullbacks, but I don't know. Just smile about it, be happy, and lock in profits. As you see, the higher we get, the more in cash I will be, for sure. Simple as that. Simple as that. Sean says, it's all my long-term holds that are blowing up. Yeah, man. Blowing up, I hope means like blowing up, like it's a good blow up. They should be. Yeah, all the long-term should be doing great. All right. Here is today's list. And I just want to say to everyone, thank you so much for all the goodness over here in the RLT official swing trades. I love what you guys are doing in here. Our goal again is just to post just the official swing trades in here. So for everyone who's like kind of messaging, this is perfect. If you see a trade set up like this one, or you see something you want to message on the chat, that's absolutely fantastic. But these channels, Official Day and Official Swing, they're just for the official trades only. So unless you're a moderator, right? Only moderators are going to be posting the official swing trades or day trades on here, which again, it makes it very easy. I think that was a great idea on your part. This was a community idea. I did not have this idea on my own. This is a community idea. So if you came up with this idea, thank you. I think it does make it a lot more streamlined, a lot easier. So if you're not on one of those lists, go ahead and be on one of those lists. But yeah, really, really excited about it. And this is just, again, where everyone's chatting and hanging out and just sharing all the goodness, right, in general. Okay, cool. Broader markets, here we go. FireEye chilling. So FireEye, Eventually, my question is, when is it going to go higher? I don't know the answer to that question. I do think it will eventually go higher. And if and when it does, I'm going to be watching this weekly candle right here. So my plan, I think, on FireEye is for this and that to try to catch it. Earnings are over on FireEye. It did not gap up on earnings, but it did a little bit, did a little bit of a recovery. This is a possible breakout of an accumulation phase. So I am going to be watching this one very, very closely and just waiting to see what happens. You're above all moving averages on all time frames. So do not get caught sleeping on this one. There is a real good chance that this thing just moon Lambos. Oh my gosh, did Activision just hit 102? Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't know what to do. All right, so we're going to put this on the list for Tuesday. All right, Glue Mobile, GLUU, and Glue Mobile. This one actually does have earnings right around the corner. Let me go check and make sure. Earnings, GLUU. Okay, yeah, February 4th. I think they're tonight actually. So we'll come back to this one on Monday. Yeah, I'll come back to Glue Mobile on Monday. See what type of gap it is and see if there's an opportunity to take a day trade on it. Right now, I think we're just going to wait on Glue Mobile. Ticker symbol F for Ford Motor Company. Tesla is officially, I think it's 11 times bigger than Ford right now as far as market cap is concerned, and sells 1/100th of the share of the cars. that makes sense. So anyway, Ford on the monthly charts is just banging its head against long-term resistances. The 100, 200 simple on a monthly chart, big resistance there on ticker symbol F. I'm just waiting it out, letting it do its thing, chilling, sitting back, relaxing. Don't have any positions on it. Rich says my daughter likes playing Ford, mostly because I would assume it's a very popular brand. It's a brand name company and it has amazing volume and incredible liquidity, and it's not extremely overpriced. So it makes a lot of sense, man. Great trend right here. Really, really pretty pop. And I think it's about to just slowly start chilling a little bit because it ran into those really, really massive long-term averages. So your daughter, Rich, probably day trades it maybe. I'm not sure, but you're getting a little bit of move after hours on Ford, up and down, I think, on earnings. So earnings coming out on Ford, and right now they're sideways. General Motors, flat, but very powerful trend. Don't forget, General Motors did break out of a distribution phase. Distribution/accumulation. Right? It traded sideways for 11 years and is now breaking out. That could be a good thing. I mean, that electric Hummer was legit. It was legit. So GM and FireEye, they are working on breaking out. And although I don't love the companies, the chart looks nice. So sometimes you just got to play the chart and not your heart. But if it has a chart, it has a heart. So General Motors, we'll see what it does. But right now it's just kind of hanging out, doing its thing. Boeing. So Ricky Cadden set up a little bit of an advanced options trade on Boeing. If you are in the official swing trade journal Slack channel, he posted that. Where did he post that? Right here. Buy the January 2022 275 call and then sell the January 2023 160 strike puts. So you're getting paid a credit to buy call options. The Cadden Cannon on Boeing. And we actually were looking at this the other day, but based on this gap right here, you might remember that. January 28th, that's Ross's favorite pattern. Vaughn says, can I get access to the swing trade channel? All you have to do is click on it, my dear friend, and you're in. Just got to click. So yeah, good gap, another bear candle, another little bit of a doji, and then a great bullish gap and go on the second. And since then, it's off to the races. So if you're looking at getting in on either Rookie's trade or whoever's trade, pretty much just, a buy a pullback type of opportunity. Boeing, long-term, very bullish, short-term, sideways. This is the monthly chart with the adjusted for dividends chart off. If you turn it on, the 100 simple on a monthly is really supporting Boeing. Type in a 3 if you would agree that this is most likely an unbreakable basket as far as the stock is concerned. So you could buy this stock with as many shares as you want. And I mean, if you lost your money on this one, America is down like 40%. You know, it would be rough. It'd be very, very, very rough. You'd most likely be able to get out well before zero if that started happening on Boeing. But anyway, I've been calling it an unbreakable basket since 120, and now it's 210. So if you've been buying some and playing it on the sides, I've been selling a lot of puts on Boeing. I've had a good time on it. Made some money, did some day trades, had a good time. But yeah, I think at this point, Boeing's going to slowly keep creeping higher. QuantumScape. All right, QS. So QuantumScape, this one is worth watching. Yeah. Interesting little gap up, really intriguing looking candle, a little bit of a lower shadow, almost no upper shadow. The question is, will this one actually break out? And the answer is probably not. Probably not. But, you know, if it does one of these and pulls back down, maybe it'll bounce off the 100. Otherwise, I mean, this could just be one of those short squeezes. You know, like let it trade sideways and then pop up to 72. But hey, I wouldn't mind buying something at 50 and selling at 72. Right? That wouldn't be that bad of a deal. So QS, we can absolutely keep an eye on that one as well. I'll put that on the list for tomorrow's afternoon swing trade room. QS, got it. All right, Pet Med Express, PETS. I have sold, I think 47 put options on Pet Med Express over the last, not contracts, but actual trades. I probably sold like 470 actual contracts. This is a strong possibility. Yeah. You had that really, really random run up, which that's a real wick, by the way. That was happening. And then you pulled all the way back down. We're just kind of hanging out now. But this is a legitimate company. I mean, they do stuff. Unusual volume for sure. Yeah, I would agree. Totally unusual volume. So if that still looks good between now and Monday, because generally Pets is a slow mover. I mean, just to give you an example, like I was in this trade for 2.5 months before I got out for like an R, 1.7 Rs. When I played this hammer right here, type of 6 into the chat pane, if that's the most obvious hammer of all time, other than, of course, Alibaba. That is second only to Alibaba. I'm gonna put my hoodie on. I don't have the heat on in the house intentionally. I was like, man, it's getting almost cold. I got some windows open. It's probably like 45 in my house right now. I like the cold weather. Don't judge. Big cold weather fan. Just an RL hoodie, you know, no big deal. I just wanted triple RL. Bang, bang, bang. All right. So anyway, perfect hammer on Pets. That's how I played it last time. And I'll come back and look at it on Monday, and we'll see if we can trade that together. It does look really cute. Next on the list, iRobot. Now this has earnings, I think. I'm slightly intrigued. Yeah, February 10th is earnings. This was a real run up. By the way, Santosh, I think, did your covered call expire worthless? Santosh did a 120 covered call. But here's the thing. iRobot, ladies and gentlemen, has also, or is almost working on breaking out. Almost. Yeah. That's a very, very pretty pattern. I'll say this, if it doesn't gap on earnings, like this could be really beautiful. I was actually wondering if I should just get into like an absolute zero call option over earnings just in case. Let me go look at what type of premium we got on iRobot. iRobot, it is not available to short in Thinkorswim still. So if I bought, oh yeah, they're pricey. Okay. They are up there. A 130 option for regular February costs $6. I'll probably pass. I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Although, I mean, if it got all the way back up to 165, I mean, where did this go? Jeez, 197 in a day. It went from 129 to 197, $70 in a day. Santosh was in that trade too. Anyway, I guess long story short on IRBT, I'll probably wait till earnings. Yep. That's my consensus. Netflix looks bullish. Netflix. You actually had a really nice retest gap. White candle gapping up, and it retested. Crazy. All-time high. White candle gapping up into an all-time high. What a great retest opportunity. And now, if I were playing Netflix, I'd probably just buy a pullback. Here's what's crazy. Momo long on the daily and on the 78-minute. Let me turn this off. Also went long today. I could just felt it. I just felt it. So yeah, long on the day, along the 78 minutes. So if you're buying it, probably buy a pullback. But in general, I mean, if you're playing, it looks good. My boy Oscar says he got 0.79 Rs. This is the 3-minute chart. So if I have to guess, Oscar got in there, stopped there, got out there for a win, right? Play that high wave 3-minute candle early this morning. That's my guess. Either that or you played the double top. Ah, second pop. You played this guy. Nice. 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 I had a good trade on Netflix or on Tesla today. I was pretty happy about that. But yeah, Netflix looks good. I mean, guys, it taking out this candle, it's a lot of bear volume. I mean, that's a big, big, big day. In fact, if you guys took my options tutorial class, type in a 6 if that looks like the buying day. I did not personally buy Netflix on that day, but that would be the buying day. That would be it. Uptrending company on a huge bearish candle on a stock that you know exactly how to make money. All right, Tyson Foods. Also, earnings around the corner. However, Jake Neal and about 7 other traders are in nice on Tyson because of the hammer. Look at those 3 back to back to back. Man, so someone's into a nice winning trade because that's probably 3 R's worth if you're stacking hammers. Entry, stop loss, just playing that hammer, and then bloop. Sam says I couldn't resist it. I can't blame you, man. So you still got time until earnings. Tomorrow, there's still a market open tomorrow. By the way, type in a 9 if it feels like May 17th already. Oh man, this is the longest February of all time. So Tyson Foods. I mean, one of my random rules is I don't short food companies because it's never worked. I just never make money shorting food companies. It looks good. Sam says he couldn't resist. I wouldn't have been able to resist. I didn't see that trade. I'm not in that trade. I don't have a position, but it looks glorious. Okay, next on the list is Go EV Snapdragons. We were looking at it yesterday. I really wanted it yesterday. Honestly, if this was on my watch list, that high wave candle, it closed above it yesterday, I would have gotten in for sure. Yep, I would have gotten in. I know some of you did get in because it did trigger Momo yesterday on Canoe. Sorry, not yesterday. Day before yesterday. I went Momo on the 1st. Hector says I did and Jen did, and Jen and Hector are happy pandas. I like it. I did attempt to day trade it today, and by attempt, I set up a trade and then got scared out and canceled it. That's what happened. Just being honest. I say scared. I mean, I missed my entry 2 times by 2 pennies or less, and they both got lower shadows. And so when that happened, I just canceled the trade. If I had left the first trade open, entry here, stop here, this candle would have shaken me out. I just know it anyway. That's what it was designed to do. It was a shakeout candle. Gosh, I played that one like an absolute fluff muffin. That would have been one of those trades where if you just set it up and just walked away and went about your day, you would have made amazing money. I mean, how hard is that to set that trade up? Look at this. That's how I set it up too. Entry here, stop there. That would have been the trade, and that would have been a great win if I just wasn't a fluff muffin. Look at that. Could have come back late in the day, put my stop right there, and just, you know, I mean, I'm over here like crying I didn't get an R and some change on Go EV. Justin says, is it bad when you're in almost everything and you still wish you could be in an electric canoe? That's when you know you're addicted to trading, man. When you're in all kinds of stuff and you still want to be in an electric canoe. Yeah, that's a fact. All right. Next on the list, Blink 182. Blink charging stations. And I think if you're in it, again, I talked about it yesterday, having an extremely large risk reward ratio, which is correct. This will make it a lot better. Again, I'm not going to personally take that trade. I already have some positions on Blink 182. 50-46 by 42-32. I mean, that would be how to play it. Pretty much playing this high wave candle. It just makes the risk reward better. Much, much better. If you're playing Blink charging stations from a swing trade perspective, that's how I would. My favorite law firm, Booz Allen Hamilton. He's doing it right. He's doing it right. Robert says, are they DUI attorneys? Man, I hope so. I hope so. Long story short, it's pulling down to supports numerous times, same exact level, and it's bouncing. Toshi says, should I sell a put? Yeah, this will be the time to do it. 75 put sale. They just had earnings, so you could do 75 March probably. Let's see, 75. Yep, pays 1%. That would be it. Easy day. Booz Allen Hamilton. That's what we got. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. My analysis on this helped EA Activision so much. So this thing was down. GameStop was down. GameStop was getting crushed. EA was getting crushed. And I was like, man, Activision's going to go. Because also the last 3 earnings, Activision was also down. So I'm happy on that call. By happy on that call, I mean, really, really, really happy. Electronic Arts, really big bear gap and go. It probably will get faded at some point. If you're looking at buying EA, probably 131. It's amazing that it's that pricey. I remember trading Electronic Arts when it was $10 a share. 2012. I mean, yeah, 2012. It was like, I was like, yeah, $10 a share. I think I bought some 10, 11, something like that. Sold it at 20. I was like, I'm the greatest trader of all time. I'm the greatest. I cannot be beat. Oh, what a nerd. Really good resistance on EA at 150. So big resistance, support level. I'd really prefer to buy it lower. And of course, if it breaks out, it breaks out. But buy it lower. Speaking of, let's go back to EA and let's go ahead and just talk about it. Oh, heavens. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ooh. I'm sorry to get excited, guys. I'm really sorry to get excited, but this is good. I am very happy to spend. So I spent 27 cents on insurance. Okay, I got to figure out what to do. Oh man, that is a gap. Robert says, you got 3 contracts, right? I do have at least 3 contracts. No, I wish I had 300. That'd be awesome. I have 110 I'm 110. I sold 40 on this day right here on Monday. But yeah, dollar cost average on them is $6 on those options. I was just buying them a lot in here. But hold on, guys. Before you think I'm cool, just type in a 7 if that's the most obvious double bottom of all time. I mean, so I'm not special. I'm not a great trader. I was just like, wait a minute. Hold on. Activision is going into December, video games, double bottom, off the 200 simple with a high wave candle. Sure. That was it. So I was like, I bought some, and then it worked. So, you know, I wish I was cooler than that, guys. I think it'd be so fun if I had I was like, oh, I know this is going to work, but this is awesome. This is fantastic. This is really fantastic. Iris says, we bought in, made some money, got out too early, weak holding muscle. So I got to sit down tonight and really figure out what I'm going to do on this trade. This is a very good gap, team. Edward says, will this be your biggest win in 2020? 2021, yeah. I don't know, man. It might be my biggest win of last. No, I don't think it'll beat Tesla from last year. It was hard to beat Tesla from last year. This is awesome, guys. This is really cool. Now, again, I did have insurance. I bought insurance. So I spent 27 cents of insurance on here. So that's going to be probably $3,000 just out the door, which, again, this is one of those times where you want to be insurance, and it's like good to have it. The reason that I did not sell calls against my position is because literally there was so much overhead resistance. So for example, this looked like a head and shoulders pattern, right? You got big bear volume here, big bear volume here, bunch of bear candles there. You have a potential lower high. You have all kinds of things. We're like, man, boy, oh boy, you know, if it gaps up, maybe it'll go higher. Maybe it'll go higher. That's why I was like, I'm just going to buy puts as a protection because there's no reason to sell calls, because if it doesn't gap at all, I'll just keep holding it. And if it gaps up, it could go higher. This is terrific. This is really, really wonderful. Lee Man says, is it going to fade tomorrow? I don't think so. It might fade a little bit, but this could hit 110 by March. I think I'm gonna have to keep holding, guys. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm gonna have to put my stop up to like here or here, and I might sell some calls. Most likely what I'll do is sell some calls tomorrow that expire at like 110 to get like 15 cents back or something. But I think I'm gonna have to hold on and try to turn that into a big win, because I got a whole year. Like, could this go to 130? I don't know. That'd be ridiculous. Let's see. Anyway, good position to be in. But here's the thing: regardless of what it's going to do, type in a 9 if you've been very clear that I've been in large positions on those options for a very long time. And that's the point, right? So if you wanted to follow along, if it gave you conviction to even buy one contract or buy one share, then you're going to be celebrating with me, right? You don't have to be in the exact same positions that I was, like the exact same size, but it's cool. It's very, very cool. All right, Microsoft MSFT. Sean says, can you put this on tomorrow to discuss? Let us know what you will do. I won't be on the trading room tomorrow, Sean. I mean, I'm not gonna sell them, dude. So don't worry about that. Worst case, I just hold. That's literally the worst case. I do nothing other than just hold them. So just sit back and relax, man. I'm not gonna be selling those calls tomorrow. That's for sure. All right, Microsoft is also breaking out, and it's Microsoft. That's always my analysis on this stock. It's probably going to go higher. So buy the dip at some point. Trend looks really, really strong. Be long Microsoft. Teladoc. I am in some shares of Teladoc. The limit buys didn't get filled, but this breakout did. So I'm holding Teladoc. My target on Teladoc is 300. Now, when I say target, I'm probably not going to sell at 300. It's just going to be like, okay, cool. I'll say if it hits this, to keep holding. If it hits before 3-1, keep holding. That'll be pretty much it. Now, again, it might not. It could pull back or something and pull back hard. And if that's the case, then I'm most likely going to be buying more. Edward says we're holding for 2 years, right? This can absolutely be one of your longer term positions for sure. This stock and this company could be one of your longer term holds. If you got shares or positions, it's going to kind of somewhat debate on a little bit about what it is precisely that you want to do. But in essence and in general, this looks really good. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Teladoc. Palantir up a little bit. I do have calls on Palantir. I really, really like this pattern. Ooh, that's pretty. So my current play on Palantir is actually a very simple one. I'm going to add to the positions. I think you guys all know I'm in. Let me go check what I'm in. May 40. Okay, 1 second. May $40 absolute zero calls. If we break above these two candles, absolute zero means I'll buy it. And whatever my risk is, that's how many contracts I'll buy. And I'll hold over earnings. And if it goes to zero, I will lose an R. So Palantir's earnings are on the 16th. Right. So again, let's go look at the options. And if you don't trade options, that's okay. You can still buy the shares, right? Just keep that in mind. You can still do absolute zero with shares. I promise. I'll show you the math right now. So don't feel left out if you don't know how to do options, although I'll teach you how to do them for free. Okay. So May $40 calls are trading for, $4.80. So $4.80, that means if it trades up here, it probably costs like $5. So I could buy 4 of them and go, okay, if it goes to zero, I lose, between now and May, if it doesn't go back into 40, I will lose, and that'll be that. Bradley says, where can I learn to trade options? reallifetrading.com, my good friend. Front page of the website. Can't miss it. Yeah, protein shake. Sam says they've had one earnings, which wasn't much, so nothing to look back at. Yeah, their earnings aren't good. The company fundamentally isn't amazing, honestly. So I'm playing this one, guys, because of volume, breakout, and it's retesting. That's really it. I wish I was cooler than that. It'd be so cool to be cool. But that's my thoughts on Palantir. Now, you could also do that with shares, right? You can do an absolute zero position with shares. Let's say your R is 50. Okay. How many shares could you buy of Palantir and have a $50 risk if it went to zero? Donna. So I'm explaining that right now, Miss Donna. I've been explaining it actually the last few minutes. So absolute zero is if you buy something and it goes to zero, you lose 1 R. That's the definition of absolute zero. So you can do it with shares, right? So if it broke above and you wanted to buy 2 shares, okay, your R was 50, you could have 2 shares of Palantir, and then you could hold over earnings. And then after earnings and stock's not at zero, you could start increasing your stop loss from 0 and maybe make it 15, redo the math and figure out how many shares you want to buy, right? And so on and so forth. And you can just kind of keep progressing. So that's a way to get into a position. That's normally what I do when I'm getting into positions with longer term call options is I just go, well, if it goes to zero, this is how much I'm going to lose. And then I just start scaling in after something. Because let's face it, the stock's not going to be at zero in a month. I don't think any stock will be at zero in a month. Maybe GameStop, but maybe GameStop. But other than that, this one will not be at zero in a month. Okay. So DocuSign. So DocuSign, we got filled on DocuSign off of the 100 simple moving average again. And it's bouncing again. Really monstrously perfect hammer candle right there. Perfect hammer. Perfect hammer. And the next day was a scrumdiddlyumptious gap. Gap and go after just a flawless. Flawless, flawless. Leah says, what? I know. Crazy town, right? Crazy. Crazy. Justin says, also the 10 EMA on DocuSign triggered. Yep, that is also true. And not only that, but it also triggered Momo a few days ago. So this could have been one, you could have done all kinds of things. This is one where you could have been in an R here based off the 200, added an R based on this hammer, added an R based on Momo, added an R based on the 10 EMA. Man. JS has been making good money on DocuSign. Very nice, JS. Congrats. I'm in it. Merrick says, what's the target? I'm not sure yet. Up here somewhere. 280. So just hold that one for a little bit. Be patient. DocuSign, good company. OZON. I got to give a shout out to Steve Hoff on this one. Let me give him a shout out really quick. Steve Hoff. Thanks for bringing OZON into my atmosphere. Great trade. So Steve bought this pullback on January 27th. He was playing this old resistance, new support right here. So old resistance, and he just bought a pullback. Right? Was the stock making higher highs and higher lows? Falco says, I'm in on Ozon as well. Nice, nice. So yeah, OZON, you know, I really like it. And thanks, Robert. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. OZON, good pullback, good resistance, nice little bounce. In general, it looks fantastic. I mean, awesome. Also, type in a 4 if this is a new white soldier candle pattern right there. Oh, you know what? There's a lot of new traders here. I don't know if this is the case yet. Oh, wow. You know, I should probably ask this. Type in a 7 if you have not downloaded my free candlestick ebook. I won't make fun of you. No 7. Everyone here has gotten it. Nice. Well, if you haven't, it should be somewhere in here. Right here, candlestick ebook. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. If you're a candlestick fan, if you like trading, if you like making money from the stock market, it's free. It's part of your subscription, you know, snag it and bag it. Download it, read it through. It's a good one. Jason says, new folks, snag all those ebooks. Snag them, dude. Get them. Okay, so that's Ozon, OZON. Falco's in, Steve's in, a few other traders are in. Good job. All right, Lemonade. Lemonade. I have no idea what to do on this one. Can we wait? Is that okay? I don't know. I would prefer to buy it at 120. That'd be amazing. That'd be comfortable. Boom, boom, boom. Something like that. This is a Morningstar reversal. And if it broke above here, I would understand why one would go long. I get it. So if you're in bullish, I can understand that. And if you're not in, I can understand why you're looking at getting in. If you bought off the 20, I get that as well. Jason says, I got a Momo alert on this one. Yep, makes sense. So again, if you're going long here, I can respect it. I understand why you would. You're just probably going to have a stop, most likely down here at 138. And best of luck. Best of luck. Hope she runs. Unity Software, gapping down. Now, Peter's excited about this one because Peter's been selling a lot of puts on Unity Software. And this is actually a really, really nice gap. Now, with as bullish as the market's been, like in 2014, this gap would just do this and just do that. It would trade right down to 100. It'd be the easiest trade in the world. We'd make money on it, and it would just be all smiles. It'd be easy. But alas, this is 2021, and stonks only go up. So Unity software probably gaps down and just puts a candle, a massive, massive bullish candle tomorrow. I'm exaggerating, but it's obviously not going to do that. But yeah, it could gap down. I don't really know what it's going to do. It's probably a little bit more bearish than bullish. But my suggestion is, if you're going to be playing Unity software, probably pick some up around 100. You could do some put sales. This one could absolutely be on your put sale list for my option selling fans. Bull put spreads, put sales, owning some shares around 100. You could probably do February, regular February. There'd most likely be some premium. I might be doing that tomorrow. Jason, yeah, definitely head and shoulders, man. Yep, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It could really sink. It could absolutely sink, but will it? Will it? CureVac. This is Craig Levine's third favorite stock of all time. CureVac, really great breakouts. We missed it by 4 pennies back on November 10th. And oh my gosh, what a thing of beauty. This is technical analysis 101. Type a 10 into that chat pane if you just see the most clean and obvious retest. I mean, even I could have taken a trade on this one. Look, previous resistance, bang. Previous resistance, bang. Previous support, boom. Previous support, boom. What a beaut. Now, again, I didn't take that trade. That's okay. It can be in everything. Craig Levine's in, though, or that's what I've heard. I've heard Craig bought a share. He's got one share of CureVac off of that support. And there's a double bottom here. Nice morning star here. A lot of bear volumes getting trapped. This thing could break out. I would prefer one more time. That'd be too obvious. But man, oh boy. If it got down to 78, otherwise, probably one of those dudes. Let it retest a little bit and then still be bullish though. I don't see anything bearish on it. Under Armour is scorching the earth. This thing is not stopping. And I'm really excited about that. You guys want to know why I'm excited about it? I'm excited about it because let's go back to double Under Armour. This is the voting class shares. This thing, I think, is going to be making a higher low. This could be a secret sleeper that people forget about, and it recovers pretty easily. Only way I could possibly say to play this one realistically is either buy some and just leave it alone and just have an absolute zero, right, Donna? So for example, Donna, if you had $100 risk unit on this trade and you want to do an absolute zero, how many shares could you buy? Let's see if Donna remembers the math from just a few moments ago. Anyone else who wants to contribute? Right? Absolute zero, you could buy 5 shares. It's at $20. So if it went to zero, you lose $100. That could be one way to do it. It's exactly 5 shares. You could buy 5 shares easily. And if it went to zero, and again, that could be the amount of money that you spent on Under Armour last year for your kids' clothes or something. I don't know. And then if it goes from here to here, I mean, hey, at least you got some money to, pay for your kids or something. Robert says trading at less than a 2 to price to sales. Yeah, man. Really nice looking trend in general. And I think it's going to recover. I think people are kind of forgetting right now about Under Armour. So any kind of pullback, I think, is viable on this guy. Just my opinion, though. I keep wanting to say MAGA International, but it's not. Magna International. That's a whole other company, MAGA International. That's a whole other set of fundamentals. All right, here's the monthly chart on Magna, and this thing is breaking out. OEM manufacturing parts. They're probably doing EV parts if I had to guess. I would say if you're looking at playing this one, oh man, a pullback to 65 would be clean. But again, I think that would require an overall broader market pullback. This one just looks like it's slowly going to creep higher. So yeah, you got some support, you got some resistance. Let it hang out on MGA, and I would buy down here at 69, and then I'd buy more at 65 if I were looking at playing ticker symbol MGA. That's how I would play it. Cohu Incorporated, ticker symbol COHU. It kind of looks like the rest of the market, which isn't bearish. Rob says, could you sell puts at 65 on MGNA? Yep, absolutely. Yes, sir, you could. So Cohu has also broken out big time. Wow. I'm just studying. I mean, again, call me crazy. That's fine. As he scratches his chin. Jay says, you're crazy. Yeah, I figured, man. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Anyway, so big breakouts, and yeah, sure, let it go higher. I don't know. Why not? iClick. Oh, man. This thing. Speaking about a breakout, ICLK is off to the races. This is a really, really cool company. I like what they do a lot. I really love the fact they've been pouring tons of time, energy, and resources into video game advertising. You know, so like if you have a video game, like let's say you're Activision or whatever, and while someone's playing a game, an ad pops up in the game that you can click on and buy that thing in the game. You know, so it's like, want to upgrade your snowboard? Click on it. Like, it's just really interesting ads that they're doing. JS says they make clickbaits, in-game clickbaits, pretty much. Yeah. But hey, dude, it works. Hashtag Facebook. So yeah, ICLK, big breakout, monster move, lot of volume. Strong growth, guys. That is insane volume. Unbelievable. And you have a inside day candle, high wave doji. This could keep going. I know it sounds wild, and I definitely want some pullbacks on some things, but just looking at the chart, it's like, wow, town. Let's see what happens. If it breaks out, go. If it pulls back, go. If you requested iClick, I don't think I'm going to trade it now, but I'll start planning it and we'll see what's going on. Jason says, how popular F2P is on mobile? That would be bank. Oh, free to play. Sorry. Yeah, well, that's what they're doing, man. That's what they're doing. Yep. By the way, Jason, you're a Dungeons and Dragons guy, right? Did you connect with your boy Joseph Musso? Jason says, I got him on the grams. Okay, perfect. Good. As long as you guys are going to connect. All right, Chewy. Guys, Chewy looks strong to me. Chewy looks strong. I've been mentioning that one every time. I think it's just going to slowly keep going. I like this. I just like this pattern. You have a lot of bear candles, hammer, lower shadow, lower shadow, lower shadow, lower shadow, lower shadow, lower shadow, bear candle, bear candle, bear candle, bear. I mean, look at this compression. Meow, wow. Just really good consolidation. And what a hammer. I'll delete my line. I can delete my lines on this one. So just pretty. I think Chewy's going to keep going. So just sit back, relax. That's all I got. Dennis, I can do it tomorrow. Yep. All right. Mike says, Joe, I didn't know that as well. Right there with you. All right, cool. So we have a few traders in and Chewy, and I don't know, in general it looks good. All right, MCK. I don't have any positions in this one at all, but that's a very nice little candle yesterday. Nice hammer. So a few of you are probably in that, is my guess. 182.55 by 170 something. Yeah, just a good trend. I mean, it looks good. This is a blue chip, and this blue chip just had a cup and handle pattern. Something. It had some type of pattern. I don't know what you would call it. Yeah, cup and handle, maybe I have no idea, but it looks strong. If you're in it, stay in it. If you're not in it, you want to be in it, buy the dip and own it long term. Devon Energy. Ooh, piece of candy. That's a nice hammer, I think. DVN, February 16th is earnings. Craig Turner, so they got $2 billion of cash on hand. You know, I mean, if it broke above here, that'd be nice. I would have really preferred to gotten in yesterday or on the pullback. This will be a pretty aggressive trade. So I probably won't do it officially. But if you requested DVN and you're looking at playing it anyway, here's what I would probably do is I would most likely have an entry up here, let it pull back into here, and maybe do like half an hour on the breakout, half an hour on a pullback around 1825 is probably what I would do. DVN, that's it. Weekly chart. Ooh, hitting that 100 simple moving average on the weekly chart. So that's going to be a little bit of resistance, but if it can break above there, that could be cool. Give it some time. I'm not blown away by that trade. Salesforce, I do have a position and I am winning on it. CRM is looking good. It might not. I mean, this gap was great. This gap was good. This gap might not ever fill. I only got tiny size on sales. Well, I say tiny. I didn't get all my position. No, I didn't get all the position that I wanted on Salesforce. But more is zero, you know, more than zero. Put sale didn't fill for me. So we'll see what happens, guys. This looks good. This looks good. I am definitely in on Salesforce. I do think Salesforce is going to go higher. I really do. I love that weekly chart. So yeah, if you're not in, you want to get in, you can buy some more at 230. Hector says, would you sell a covered call over earnings? Yeah, I think earnings are later in March. February 23rd. Yeah, man, I'm going to do the most epic collar on this of all time, most likely. If it retests and pops up into here into earnings and gets into 245, I will never lose on Salesforce again. Simple as that, man. Because I got in low. It's just been bouncing ever since I got in. So I'll be in an unlosable position on Salesforce. The covered call, we'll see. We'll see when we get closer. Probably 260. Speaking of collar, I did sell one on AYX today. And I actually really like the call, the collar that I got on it. So for those of you who are not in AOAX, all good. And if you don't know what collars are, I got tons of videos that will teach you. Tons and tons and tons of them. But I got into a 115 February. And I got into a 150 February for a credit. Credit. How sweet is that, Edward? Really cool stuff. So there's my collar on AYX, and I'm feeling good on this one on earnings. I mean, it got demolished the last two earnings, and yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got on it. I mean, it just got absolutely smokehoused. But the funny thing is the earnings before, so let me share my screen really quick. This is not the account that I have my shares of AYX in. Not that it matters, but so we're looking at this one. So you got 64 cents here, and then it went down, and then it reported negative 10 cents, and then it went up. Then it reported 2 cents, and it went down. 39 cents went down. Maybe they'll report a negative number and it'll go up. You know, I don't know. AYX murders. The stock price loses all expectations. CEO quits and it goes up 45%. All right, let me go back over here to the chart. Okay. NEO is trading sideways. I have a trader who has a put sale at NEO at 54. General trends bullish. I do like that put sale. I think a put sale is a great way to play NEO right now. It had a massive run up. I just think it's going to trade sideways and hang out. Definitely be bullish on it. Buy low, sell high. And a really good spot to buy NEO would be 50 if it pulls back down to there. I'm just saying if, most likely it won't. But trend looks good. Chart looks good. Trend direction, all of it looks nice. So we'll see what it does. FLDM. If you're going to be playing a random options straddle over earnings, this is probably going to be it. It's obviously very, very sideways, and it can have big gaps over earnings, but it's really, really compressing. Only way I would possibly consider playing that one would be buying out of the money calls and buying out of the money puts. Although I'd probably buy more calls than puts because if it gaps up, it would really run. Let it compress, let it trade sideways. Don't have any positions on that one personally. LI Auto. Morningstar reversal for anyone who's looking at getting in. I don't have any position. If it breaks above the high of that resistance, more long than short, in my opinion. 100 simple looks really, really good. Weekly chart, trend looks good. Yeah, LI Auto. I mean, EV, right? What can possibly go wrong with Chinese EV play? Don't have any position in LI Auto. KLR. I've never heard of this company before in my life. Maybe I should have. Looks like a SPAC. Looks like DermTech, DMTK. Looks like the exact same chart. Well, that's nice. Oh my goodness. Look at this pattern. Look at all that bear volume. Look at that. Bloop. I'm in town. And if I'm not in, I'm definitely going to get in above the high of that candle. Oh, inside candle? Yes, please. Hammer, sign me up. Sign me up, sign me up, sign me up, sign me up, sign me up. That's awesome. Good pattern. KLR, buy the dip. Trend looks bullish. Don't know what else to say on that one. Stone Co. Limited. Oh my goodness. Adonis, Craig Levine, way to pick a bottom at $70 per share. Doug says 90-minute class. Nah, 5-6 more minutes. They'll be pretty quick. Not a lot to talk about on those. So Stone Co. Yeah, if you played the bottom at 70, well done. Great trend, great buy, great bounce. It's good to be in. Craig says you picked it. I just had my ears on. Good for you, man. Listening is part of the game. Next Gen Energy. It's out of resistance. I would wait on this one. Big resistance. It's already moved a lot in value. Now you have inside candles. Obviously it could break out. Anything could break out, but since it's out of resistance, it's not a very expensive stock. You just probably wouldn't want to buy tons up here. When it's really easy to buy, it's generally too high. So just kind of wait on this one and wait it out and let's see what it does. Smile Direct, doing the opposite of smiling. I do have a position on this one, but I'm assuming that it's going to retest this double bottom right here. So Smile Direct, down on some longer term calls, just waiting it out, letting it do its thing really. I thought it was going to break out, and I thought with this volume and this candle that something cool is going to happen, but so far I'm just going to wait it out. JS says Cry Direct. Yeah, more like Cry Direct right now. It's doing the exact opposite of what you would want it to do. Amazon, I did get into another bull call spread on Amazon for my option traders. If you don't know how to trade bull call spreads, I teach it here in the advanced class for free. Hector says, do you have leaps on Smile Direct? Yes, sir, I do. Yep. I am in January 2022 $12 call options. So Amazon retested, big bear pullback. The cool part about Amazon, guys, is this could be the retest of a triangle. Amazon loves the triangle and it loves to retest triangles, right? So there's the triangle, there's the breakout. Here's the daily chart. Really nice retest, solid candle. If it breaks above 3354, it could be really nice. So the debit spread that I got into, another 4,500 call for June 2021. I'm only in one. We'll see what it does. Absolute zero risk on that position. If I lose, if it goes to zero between now and June, which it won't, I mean, it literally won't, I would lose 2 R's. So we'll see what it does, but it's going to sit back, relax, and let Amazon do its thing for a little bit. SNDL, Sundial Growers, most likely a penny stock. It is a penny stock. But if it has a chart, it has a heart, folks. We can trade anything. Inside candle on the weekly chart, battling the 50 EMA. Therefore, if it breaks out of here, let it trade sideways and then catch it. Sure. Pot right now is hot. Pot is hot. Pot sector is really ramping up. There is a possibility that we could catch a good breakout on this one. So I don't want to just miss it because of whatever reason. So I'm going to put this one on the list for tomorrow and also on Monday and Tuesday. And we'll just see if we catch a quick little in and out. All right, just a few more minutes left. Tesla didn't do anything crazy today, although we did crush a day trade on it. And I'm quite happy about our day trade. Really happy. So we played this hammer. Type in a 4 in the chat pane if that's a pretty obvious hammer. Huge bear volume. Now, the cool part is I didn't play the hammer when it came in. I waited for a close above it like that and then got in off of the hammer. 837.77 by 830.70. Now, this never happens to me, but I got filled right here to the actual absolute penny on Tesla. Never gotten filled to the penny before, and that was the low of the move. So quite incredible. Really good trade, super nice win, and really nice day trade. I loved it. Now, a few people made some good money on that. That's awesome. In general, I think Tesla's just going to rest a little bit and just start chopping around and trading sideways, although this is a wonderful hammer. So if it breaks above that high, I would assume it's just going to keep going. But realistically, I think personally, Tesla is just about to have a 2-3 week long resting period and then probably go higher. TTCF, Tattooed Chef. I got this one from a friend who's playing this hammer on February 1st, and it looks great. It looks good. So if it pulls back to the high of that hammer, 23.76 with a stop at 21.76, looks wonderful. PLTK, this was a late request. This is a daily chart. Looks like a new IPO. Technology service package software. That is a nice hammer yesterday. High wave bullish candle. You guys know me. I love playing new IPOs. Ooh, the volume on this one is rough. Oh, not really. 1 million shares a day. All right, let's watch it. I'll put it on the list. Give me 2 or 3 days to kind of come back to that one. PLTK, I'll put that on the list for tomorrow. Rocket, RKT. Nope, failed it again. Didn't get a good close, but I will keep an eye out for an options trade on Rocket. Just in case. We'll look at that again tomorrow and we'll just see what it does. Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat. Interesting. Super interesting candle. Super interesting candle. Possible Morningstar reversal. There are some of you who are looking at playing Beyond Meat, and if you are in that group of people, this is probably how you could start zooming in and watching it pretty closely. It doesn't look bad. It was a retest gap, and that retest gap has retested. It's at the 10. If it starts getting some buying pressure, it could get a little bit of a bounce. Cool. Just 3 stocks left. SJM, which is Schmuckers, aka the jelly, is perfectly in between its long-term moving averages on the daily and the weekly and on the monthly, which means it's as sideways can be. If you're playing it, don't play it aggressive. Long-term shares, put sales, pulpit spreads, maybe an iron condor. Just buy and literally wait. This one is just chopping sideways. It's really, really gelled to the 100 simple moving average. Nothing crazy going on. And yep, it's kind of sandwiched in between those averages. So just watch out. Let it do its thing. Xerox Holdings, really, really nice hammer. If you were scanning for hammers, you probably found this one because, why not? So obvious. Perfect hammer, entry 21.19, stop 19.76. If you played that, congrats. You got another one today. So if you're playing Xerox a second time, entry could be 23.29 with a stop at 22.10 on Xerox. Chart looks good. It is Xerox after all. So, keep that in mind. They're not doing anything incredible recently. But, there's a little bit of a problem when Xerox and Kodak are some of the 2 top performing stocks in the last few months. So just keep that an eye out. And then Stitch Fix, last but not least, Stitch Fix has broken out. Man, SFIX. Wow. This was the way to play it December 8th, getting in above that gap and go. And then she ran. She really, really ran. Wow. So if you're looking at playing Stitch Fix, I would actually say entry here, stop there. So entry 86.50, stop 75.10. That's one setup. Second setup is let it break out and then let it come down here and see if you can buy it at 74 with a stop at 64. One of those 2 on Stitch Fix, or you could try both. Or, if you like the company, if you like the product, if you like what they do, this is an amazing, amazing gap. I don't think it's going to ever fill. And I think Stitch Fix will just slowly keep going higher. So if you use the product and you like it, maybe just have some shares and try to pay off your Stitch Fix obsession. Cool. All right. What do you guys want to look at tomorrow? Obviously, Pinterest, Activision. I got obviously Oxy, Skills, Vuzi, ABNB, EXPI, Crocs, General Motors again, AMD, Peloton, Pinterest, of course, Net, Ethereum, Frog, Momo, APPS, MGNI. Visa's had a great move. Johnson Johnson, Corsair Gaming, Silver, HUYA, FLGT, RVMD, T-Mobile, Teladoc again, JKS, Sierra Wireless, Zoom Info, Mongo Database, and Square. Cool. All right, team. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. Usually Matt DeLong does the Friday afternoon room, but he's on vacation. So I will be here rocking out the 1s and 2s with all of you. Thanks so much, guys. You rock. And until next time, love life, and trade it. Bye.